Hello, gentlemen and ladies. You are welcome to Donval FX uh, YouTube channel. I thank you guys for your subscription so far. So always subscribe before you start watching, okay? And make sure you watch the video from A to Z so that you can understand the value attached to it. So in this video, we want to discuss about support and resistance. We want to discuss about what? Support and resistance. So support and resistance is a boundary limit where the buyers or the sellers exhaust the momentum for continuation. That is to say, let's assume, we just mentioned two things: support and what? Resistance. That is to say, we have two sections: we have support and we have what? Resistance. So what is resistance? If you check here now, you see all this line, you see this color, you see this color. This one is what? Untested resistance. This one is what? Verified resistance. This one is also untested resistance. Then coming to the support area, we have the verified support, we have untested support, we have weak support. As we have weak support, that is how we have weak resistance as well. But resistance, as it implies, is a point where the price of an asset cannot go beyond above. Like this one, you see this spike and end here, it couldn't go beyond above this limit. Likewise, this one spike and end here, couldn't go beyond above. Alright, so it's a point. Resistance is a point where the price of an asset can go beyond above per time, depending on the volatility or the strength behind the price within the time when it is moving. Alright, so it's a boundary where maybe when the price hit it, it must make a reaction to the downside. You see, price hit this resistance, what happened? It will retrace down, then very soon it will spike again because it's already giving information of spike. Alright, then so you see, they have different categories of this thing. We have the untested resistance, we also have weak resistance, then we have verified resistance. So what is the difference between these three resistance? Verified resistance implies that is a resistance that have a high magnitude of force of sellers. It's a boundary where the sellers have a higher momentum to change or to alter the movement of the buyers to the upside, from the upside to the downside. So that is to say, every verified resistance is a strong zone. It's a strong zone in the sense that market cannot just break it once. You see this one, touch here, come back, come very close, come back, touch again, come back. This one that is started spiking now will break this one until touch again. Once it's touch, it will come back. Then maybe from the fourth one, you'll be expecting a breakout. And somebody will ask me, what's the number of times a price can touch a verified zone and you'll be looking for a breakout? After touching 30, from the 4th, 5th, 5th and above, you will check for a breakout. Alright, so be careful with that zone because it can be broken. So this spike that may happen from here now will hit here and still come back. So that is what will happen. So verified zone, verified resistance, or verified support. Likewise, verified resistance is same thing as verified support, only but the support are coming from buyers while resistance are coming from sellers. It's just sellers that is pushing this price down from the point of resistance, while here it was the buyers that is pushing these spikes up from the point of support. So the responsibility of the buyers is to push the price up when the price gets into any verified or any support zone. So well, this one happened to be a verified support. So why verify? Because markets have touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, coming to the 51. Alright, so it's a very strong zone. So as a trader, if I should advise you, if you don't want to make counter any kind of loss like that, or counter losses, just trade the verified zones. All these weak zones it can be broken. It's very like this one that says untested. Alright, meaning that market have just touched it once. You see, it has spiked. I told you it will spike because spike signal, the spike has been coming, has been giving me signs from my other tools. So what you needed to do, you get this tool from me, then you get more better direction. Just like I said, when price hits any verified zone, is bound to, you see, weak support have just come here. You see here, there's a weak support there that just came up to support the force, to make sure that these sellers couldn't go beyond below or even get into the verified point. Alright, so this spike that is coming is going to spike again, and once it spikes, this one will be broken, then it will land here to the verified zone. So if maybe you want to make some sense, don't even here that price have got into it and it moved back, Now it's coming back again. I don't trade untested zones, I don't trade weak zones, I trade verified zones. And when you are trading verified zones in any time frame, you will be you have more chance of making money. You see it has spike again. You have more chance of making profit than when you are trading, because this one can be broken. Even one spike can remove this one. One spike can remove weak zones. Alright, so verified zones is a strong zones where you can buy or sell. So all these weak zones just showing you, because the thickness of the line appears show you the number or the momentum of the buyers or sellers in that zone. If you check here now, you see it's very small purple untested zone. So there are just few sellers is here, few sellers. Then it was few buyers that pushed these people up. Then using this one as a backup, because there are too many buyers here. That's why it's verified. Where we have 100% buyers available, waiting for these sellers to push price and get to that zone so that they will alter it to the upside. Alright, so verified zones are what is strong zones, and that is where I advise you to trade most. Trade most on the verified zones if you are using support and resistance. Whether you are trading in 1 minute, allow the price to get to a verified zone, then you stick your buy or your sell. You must make big profit. You see, this one touched the verified. And how do you know the verified resistance? It's always very red, very reddish. It's always on thick length. Sometimes the length of the diameter, or the diameter and the length of it may not get or may not reach like this, but as long as it is red and it's written verified, it's confirmed to be a point of entry when price gets to that point. Though sometimes you apply other tools to make some valid decision. There are some other tools you attach to it to confirm whether the trend is actually going down from there, because sometimes as a beginner or as anything, you may not know how many times it is. See, this one I've tested 1, 2. It was when this one do happen 1, this one happened 2. That is when this line was verified. All right, now it is now coming to test for the third one, which this spike must get there. Okay, so trade verified zones and you will make money. Then all these weak zones, don't use it for any entry. These weak zones, price can just alter it any point in time, because what it indicates, weak means that we have just few buyers or few sellers within that point zone, depending on what you are looking for. But always mind you that resistance is being built by sellers, while support is being built by buyers. So if you are buying, like as this price is coming up now, once it gets the half of the candle, it will just do another pump to the upside. All right, so you want you to, it's just as simple as that. So if you didn't get it, and all these things can be traded in any time frame. You can decide to be trading verify. You see how thick, do you see how reddish this one is, the zone? So if this one is broken, how many times markets have tested it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a strong one, because the thicker, all like this one self, market can test it even more than 10 times, because it's very bold and thick, meaning that we have major buyers there. It's a major zone. So even if maybe you don't want, your own part is to wait to see that the price have tampered that zone. That is your entry. You snipe in for entry, and of course you can see, you see it has spiked as I told you. Let's go to that 1 minute. You see that smaller this thing have been taken out. You see that's here, that zone here have been taken out and is pushing here. So more spike will happen so that it will tamper. Once it tamper, you will see this kind of rejection. All right, so once the last spike that will tamper this thing, then you see how it will be reducing to form this money stand. You have a rejection from the upside. All right, so telling you that the price will converge. So some people, if you have this thing, what you just do at every verified point, if you are looking for this thing, you can just put what, a sell limit. You can just put a sell limit there. All right, you can put a sell limit there, though this one supposed to be breaking after coming to the second, because let's check if there are, you see there are too many zones up there. But if you check 5 minutes, you will see the overall point where this market is going. Where is the overall point? There is another verified zone after breaking this one. After breaking this zone, now there is another verified zone. You see them, look at the final point where the market will get to after, maybe, you know, it has tested this one many occasions, so it can be breaking within 5 minutes, maybe from this end, from this movement. Now another spike can do like this pump and it will get away. And once it gets away, that is to say, it will, the spike will continue happening